What's up, guys? It's Gaz. Welcome to the Warframe video. So we are creeping up on the end of the first season of Nightwave, the Wolf of Saturn 6. So we have about 3 weeks left. If you did not know this from my previous video, DE has given us a date which is likely to be the end of this current season, and that is May 15th, guys. So make sure that if you don't have your Umbra Forma, or you don't have napalm grenades, or whatever thing you want from Nightwave, make sure you're doing as many challenges as you can because you are running out of time, guys. So now that we've covered that, let's get into these tips and tricks for these challenges. And Nora must be kind of mad that people are trying to rush for the Forma now because there's some pretty difficult and annoying challenges this week, guys. So our first weekly that we have is called Conservationist. So I'm actually going to be putting a clip on the screen for you guys right now on my best method for doing this challenge. So what we are doing for this one is we are actually going to use the Ivara Warframe, and we need to get the Pobber lure from the business in Fortuna, and we actually are going to track the Pobbers with the Ivara Warframe. If you don't have the Ivara Warframe, you need to use the Tranquilizer Gun, but the main thing here, guys, is we actually need a perfect capture on these conservation animals. And the way that DE changed the conservation a while ago, they made it so that abilities don't give you a perfect capture, but I believe the way that Ivara's sleep arrow is coded, it will still count as a perfect capture if you get a direct hit with the arrow. So in the video clip on screen, we actually got a triple capture perfect with Ivara, so I'm just showing you guys it is possible. So we just used the synthesis scanner after we got the animal to spawn. We saw it through a wall, and then we just hit it with our sleep arrow. All 3 of them fell asleep. We jumped over there immediately and captured all 3 of them perfect, guys. So it is possible. I don't believe it's possible with Equinox anymore, but I like to be invisible while I'm trying to capture these animals anyway, so I wouldn't even be using Equinox. But yeah, like I said, if you don't have the Ivara Warframe, just use the Trank Gun. Try to get a direct hit with that as well. And yeah, if you only are using the Trank Gun, though, you're probably only going to be getting 1 capture per squad, because Pobbers spawn in a squad of 3. So yeah, the Trank Gun will definitely be slower, but you can definitely get there, guys. This is my least favorite challenge in the entire game, because I don't like doing conservation. But if you use the Ivara Pobbers method, it's much quicker than it normally would be. Okay, so let's just finish watching this for the second time, just to show it's possible. We didn't even actually get a direct hit there. We actually hit like the railing where the road is, and it still gave us a perfect capture. So yeah, that's the first challenge. Like I said, Ivara the best, and those captures need to be on the Orb Ballast, guys, on Fortuna. So you can't do the conservation on Earth to get that challenge completed. All right. So that one's a bit long. Sorry, it's just not everyone's doing conservation every day, so it takes a little bit of extra time just to show the best way to do that. Alright, so let's move on to the second Elite Weekly, or not the Elite Weekly, normal weekly. We have 3 Exterminate missions, so it should be really simple to do this. Just keep in mind that low-level Exterminate missions actually have less enemies overall compared to like a high-level Exterminate mission. So if you're just trying to speedrun it, that might be your best choice. Also keep in mind there's another challenge this week that requires you to do 3 Nightmare missions. So if you get lucky and you get a Exterminate Nightmare mission to spawn, you can do 2 things at once there with the challenges. So that might be a better choice as well. But yeah, low-level ones will be great there. So let's move on from that very simple challenge to Guild 1 modular item. So this is my second... Actually, this is probably my most disliked challenge. Conservation one's really bad too, but this is like the second worst. So for this one, you need a Guild 1 modular item, and the modular items in this game, guys, are like the things you build yourself. Like you pick the custom parts you want, and you have to level it up twice. So there are the amps, the Zaws, the kit guns, and the MOAs. So if you want to get this challenge done, you need to make sure that you build a new kit gun, MOA, Zaw, or amp, and then level it up all the way, and then bring it back to the vendor you got it from, and use the guild function to basically set it back to level 0. That's guilding. Afterwards, you'll get mastery out of leveling it, but yeah. This is basically a waste of resources for people that already have all the kit guns and Zaws they want, so that's unfortunate. Do keep in mind, if you've never gilded the moat amp that you get after completing the story quest, that does count for this challenge, guys. But yeah, not everybody still has that. But yeah, not really happy about this one. I just need to like think of some new ideas, I guess. Maybe I can make a hammer zaw. Yeah, I actually want to make a hammer zaw, so if you guys have like a good hammer zaw that you like to build, feel free to link it in the comments down below, and I'll take a look at the parts and see if it's something I'm interested in. I'm thinking like just like a status crit hybrid kind of thing for the hammer. Could be pretty strong. Maybe like a better version of the wolf sledge. So yeah, guys, if you have any ideas for that one, feel free to let me know down in the comments. Also, I have videos on all the kit guns, guys, so if you want a good kit gun build, I'll link those videos down below. I definitely would recommend the Tomb Finger video, because the Tomb Finger is probably like the strongest kit gun, like shot for shot. Yeah, that's how I feel about it, at least. I definitely recommend that. Alright, so let's move on to the next weekly. We have Help Clem, or it's called Good Friend. Help Clem with his weekly mission. So the way you get access to the weekly Clem mission, guys, is you complete a Man of Few Words, the story quest, and you'll get access to helping Clem once a week. So once you've unlocked that mission, fast travel to Darvo in the relay and ask him if Clem needs any help. And that's all you need to do. You just need to complete the mission with Clem, and that's a pretty simple challenge. Alright, let's move on. So we have complete 3 capture missions. So this is also one that works great with this Sound Sleeper weekly, where we need to complete 3 nightmare missions. If you get a nightmare capture mission, which is the fastest nightmare mission, that could be a great use of 2 challenges at once, guys. So yeah, also just be careful if you see the capture target who's a Corpus guy with a Galaxian ice gun, because for some reason that guy has the craziest DPS of like any enemy in the game. So really be careful if you see a Corpus capture target with an ice gun, because he is going to insta-kill you. Alright, let's move on. Complete 3 nightmare missions. So we've had this challenge probably like 10 times at this point, and basically, guys, nightmare missions are the more difficult versions of some of these missions that are unlocked once you complete every mission on a planet at least once. The nightmare mission will rotate once every 8 hours, and they have special modifiers on them that make them harder. There's also, you have to like hack things yourself. You can't use ciphers. A few other things like that that make them more difficult than a normal mission. And yeah, you just need to do 3 of them. So even if you only have 1 planet nightmare missions unlocked, you can just do this over the course of like 3 days. Not too crazy. Alright, so let's move on. We're almost at the Elite Weeklies. We have Test Subject, which is a normal weekly. Complete 3 zones of Sanctuary Onslaught. So the way you get Sanctuary Onslaught, you complete the new Strange quest, the story quest, and then you go to the 2nd floor in the relay and talk to the big orange guy named Cephalon Samaris about Sanctuary Onslaught after that quest is completed. It's a great place for leveling weapons and frames, and yeah, I definitely would highly recommend that everybody unlocks Sanctuary Onslaught. Alright, let's get on to the Elite Weeklies, and these will make some people not super happy because there is the With Friends challenges returning. We have 2 With Friends challenges this week: Survival with Friends and Defense with Friends. So, the Defense with Friends challenge reads: complete a defense mission reaching at least level 30 or wave 40 while playing with a friend or clanmate. So, my suggestion to you guys here is go into recruiting chat, which is basically like LFG chat in-game, and I'm going to recommend that you get a squad for this, and you guys, because there will be other people looking to do this challenge as well, I'm going to say get a Speed Nova and a DPS for a low-level defense mission. Maybe the Mars one would be pretty good. I would not recommend the Earth Koba mission, because Koba has bad, like notoriously bad enemy spawns and flows there, so I definitely would not recommend Koba. But basically, you bring like an Octavia DPS or like a Saren or something, and have the negative power strength Nova speed the enemies up with her 4th ability, the Molecular Prime. That will make the waves go faster than they normally would, and if you have a DPS and a Nova for this, you could probably get this done in under 40 minutes if you play properly. So yeah, definitely going to recommend that squad. Also, when you find a squad for this, make sure you guys add each other so you are in the friends list before you start the mission. I don't actually know if accepting a friend request mid-mission makes it count, but I definitely recommend to you just make sure they accept your friend request before you start doing this 40-wave mission with them. If not, I mean, if you're in a clan, I'm sure there will be other people in the clan that want to do this if you are in an active clan. If you're not in an active clan, I will post a link to my clan's website in the description. We are currently recruiting on PC. Discord is required. So that's going to be basically it. Just do a low-level defense mission with a Speed Nova and a DPS, and that should go relatively quick, although it is very tedious and not my favorite challenge. Alright, so both of these survival challenges, I think we can combine into one, guys. I'm definitely going to highly recommend that you combine both of these challenges together, because they both require 60 minutes in a survival mission. One of them does require a friend or clanmate to be in squad with you. So survival with friends, complete a survival mission reaching at least 60 minutes while playing with a friend or clanmate. So definitely make sure that you do something similar to the recruiting chat thing I was talking about. You get a squad from recruiting chat and you add the people in your squad to make sure that you are on the friends list before you jump in the mission. And then I'm going to suggest you go to Kuva Survival, because the other challenge is hold your breath. Survive for 60 minutes in Kuva Survival without using a life support capsule. So basically what that means is don't activate the life support towers. You can turn the life support towers into Kuva towers and still complete the challenge, guys. I actually would recommend that you turn every life support tower into a Kuva tower for this mission to prevent any possible trolling. Because if you have a person in your clan, or not in your clan, but in your squad that you don't really trust, and they activate a tower at 59 minutes, that can completely get you knocked out of this challenge, and you have to redo it, guys. So if you are not really trusting people in your squad, I'm going to recommend that you grab the Kuva catalyst and just camp the next spawn location for the tower, so that person has absolutely no chance to even troll you. But that's only if you're really paranoid. I know that has happened to people in the past, which is why I'm mentioning it right now. Okay? So yeah, the Tevuni, I believe it's called, in the Kuva Fortress is where this specific mission is. And that is the only place that this challenge, Hold Your Breath, will be doable. I'm also going to quickly put some of the top choices for Kuva Survival on screen for you. I'm definitely going to recommend that if you run a squad for this, you have either a Korra with the Pilfering Strangledome Augment mod, or a Necros with Despoil equipped to increase the loot drops so that the enemies will drop life support capsules and we can actually survive and go to 60 minutes without activating a tower for air. Okay, so some of my top choices. There's other choices that are very good as well. This is definitely not everybody, but these are some of the best for Kuva Survival, guys. And that is basically it as far as challenges go. Make sure that you add somebody for the defense mission and the survival with friends mission. Let's quickly go over the offerings that we have for creds this week. So as far as helmets are concerned, we have some Zephyr helmets, we have some Banshee helmets, but I'm not going to really recommend those because I don't think they look very good. When you get the appearance suggestions from me, guys, there is a lot of personal bias on those. For example, I'm going to recommend the Inaros Anubis helmet because it's one of the best helmets in the game. The Saren Chlora helmet I think looks pretty nice. The Korra Delphi helmet, I definitely always have this equipped on Korra because Korra has no Tenogen skin, currently at least. I'm also going to recommend the Mirage Harlequin helmet. I use this all the time. And the Haro Suffragan helmet as well. And there's also the Trinity Aura helmet, which I don't really use anymore, but I used to love this. This used to be my go-to look for Trinity with that helmet. And as far as mods are concerned, guys, I only recommend the Loot Detector mod. Loot Detector mod is actually really good for selling. It's also really good for farming things, so definitely recommend that. As far as Shield Disruption, Shotgun Scavenger, and Rifle Scavenger are concerned, I don't really recommend them at all. And even though Shield Disruption seems like it would be a really cool mod, it gets nerfed every few updates. So, yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. It's saying it gets nerfed every few updates is obviously an exaggeration, but it gets nerfed a lot, okay? So, yeah, I wouldn't really recommend picking it up. Although, if you have extra wolf creds sitting around, I mean, it might be something nice to have in your arsenal. Okay, guys, so that's basically it for the video this week. I hope you're having a good time. Also, I want to quickly show the smoke ephemera. I crafted it, and it's on my Avara right now. So we have basically a gray smoke. Just, you can change it to be like red or green or whatever. And yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't know if it was worth all the farming, but I sure do like how it looks. And it looks much better than the Bleeding Body ephemera. So yeah, I'd say once the Stalker beacons come around, definitely worth farming for. But yeah, guys, I will talk to you in the next video, which should be very soon. I hope you have a nice week. And yeah, the new Avengers movie is coming out this week, guys. So if you were lucky enough to get tickets, or if you are hoping you can still get tickets, I'll probably be seeing it this week too. Because if you don't see it on the first weekend, just stay off the internet because there will be spoilers everywhere, guys. Okay? Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good night, guys. Peace.